ORSUS ZOKTAVIR, the Butcher of KHARDOV, khador warcaster.
Zoktavir is a force of nature, as wild as khador itself. Some say his manners and methods are crude and short-sighted, but I ask you, would you deny that he is the personification of victory at any cost? Has he ever failed us? Queen Anjalvanar the 11th.
The varied cultures of Khador's vast lands are proud of their fighting spirit, and ORSUS ZOKTAVIR embodies elements of each of these proud lines. Although his parentage is uncertain, each of these peoples of Khador have at times claimed him as their own. 7.5 feet tall and over half as wide, he is a massive man who manifested natural arcane skills early in life. ORSUS's past is wrapped in mystery. None seem to know his life before he appeared in Kursk with 2 old warjacks in tow demanding to be enlisted in the army. He was sent to the Orgoth fortress turned industrial city named KHARDOV, which would become his only home for a time. Before long, he was given his first command and dispatched to patrol the southern border alongside the 5th Border Legion. He gained notoriety during these patrols in 587 when a village just north of Boar's Gate Keep was accused of attempting to withdraw from the Empire to join with Ord. ORSUS took it upon himself to crush the, quote, traitorous rebellion, unquote. When a waiting contingent of militiamen tried to parley, ORSUS howled and charged. What followed was utter carnage. Halfway through the slaughter, the militiamen surrendered, but ORSUS just kept cutting them down. His accompanying soldiers tried to restrain him, but in his wild rage he turned on his own men, and with his massive battle axe rent everyone into bloody pieces. His fury was boundless and knew no end. Moments later, the dismembered parts of 88 warriors lay strewn about the village square. Those who witnessed the aftermath told of blood so thick in the muddy streets that rats leapt from one body to the next to avoid drowning. This event became known as the Boar's Gate Massacre. Word quickly spread, thus earning ORSUS the title of the Butcher of KHARDOV. News ultimately reached the ears of the newly crowned Queen Anjalvanar. The pragmatic young queen surprisingly absolved the warrior of blame, openly condoning his behavior as the reaction of any true Khadoran patriot. Most of her commanders guessed at the queen's true intent, however. In parading a new weapon against internal dissent, she instilled fear. To speak or to act against her could result in a visit from the Butcher. Her maneuver had the desired effect, and instantly stifled any and all speculation on whether the new queen would be strong enough of a monarch. The Butcher remains both an embodiment of Vanar's strength and a potent symbol of the consequence of treachery against her. Younger warcasters view him with disdain and do not comprehend the leniency he's been afforded by the High Command. More traditional warcasters, like Vladimir Tepish, see him as nothing more than a useful weapon. ZOKTAVIR wields his giant battle axe, named Lola, after a woman whose loss fuels his rage with a singular fury. He wears a modified suit of steam-powered armor that was shaped from the hull of a warjack to shoot his massive frame by loyal battle mechanics once in his service. In its protective casing, the Butcher is a force of destruction, a literal one-man wrecking crew. Soldiers across Western Imran can't forget the vision of the axe-wielding giant, a man from their nightmares becoming a living personification of war and bloodshed.